I'm tempering my spices. I'm going to add some of this into that coconut milk for the base of the dish.
Oh, that looks amazing.
Yeah, it's a good colour, vibrant. Good.
That is
There's a good amount of tamarind coming through. I'm happy with it. I'm happy. Tasting these spices, I think it's so balanced and it tastes amazing. So I'm simply just going to let this simmer and focus on my side of coconut rice.
Hello, Julie.
Hello.
How are you going?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Okay, we are dying to know, what does date night look like to you?
Well, I mean, date night at home is not the right rating for this television program, but
Oh, too much info, Jules.
dip me in chocolate. Actually, our menu is spice up your love life. So,
I love that.
We're
How are we
starting-
spicing up people's love lives?
well, 1970s inspired spiced fondue, and then a beautiful coconut and tomato fish curry,
Yeah.
and then a spiced ginger syrup pudding.
So retro South Asian vibes. I think it is kind of fun. What do you think?
I kind of like it.
Yeah.
Cautious about the fondue texture, making it there and still being in a nice condition when it arrives. But he's tested a million things in his career, so
He has.
I'm hoping that this one's a good one.
It's a risk. We're going to back ourselves today and cross everything.
Sounds
Good luck.
great.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, your delivery start in 60 minutes.
So are we going for an hour yet?
You're Steph, yeah?
Yeah. Sorry.
You can take them like right up to like there you go. And tonight's flat out going with the mains, the pork belly with a charred cabbage. Know that the pork belly is going to sort of shrink and change its shape, so we want to have more than enough so that we can give them nice uniform cuts for the diners. So we go with 5 pork bellies in 5 different pressure cookers, and we halve the pork belly, stack it on top of one another, and fill it with braising liquid.
Yeah, we'll just pop them up a bit.
Yeah, 45 minutes will be enough to get it just before it gets too tender. So then we'll be able to pull it out, cut it and portion it, and that's what we're after to finish on the hot plate. We're on a date.
We are.
Chopping dates. So we got to hustle a little bit more, especially when we make a change. Obviously, we've changed our entree practically entirely, so that's obviously requiring more work. So I'm sort of bouncing around and filling any gaps I can. Once I finish this, I'll be straight on the entrees as well.
Right?
Yeah, the bread is going good.
Got my brownies cooking in the oven, and we decided as a team to make it gluten-free just so that I can taste it. But cakes, cookies, brownies, they're not really something I like, and therefore I don't cook them. My comfort zone is more, ice creams and parfaits, and so I just have to follow the recipe and hopefully make it taste good.
Doing really well, guys.
Arvin, is the last pressure cooker on?
Yeah.
Perfect. Now, can you please, for me, grab mint, parsley, basil, anchovy, olive oil, white Italian vinegar, Dijon mustard.
Anything else? I'm on the dessert section in our team, so I've just done the sticky dates. They're all in the oven, so now I'll move on to the sauce.
I've had a pretty crappy record in team challenges. Been on the dessert team in all of the team challenges so far, and we've sadly lost. Just gotta get the butter to dissolve into the sauce. I hope I can make a good dish that the judges like.
Let's taste this. I haven't tasted it yet.
The butterscotch sauce is where it's at for me. That's got to be sort of dark and rich, a little bit salty, and then adding the cardamom custard should sort of lift everything and make it less sweet.
Okay, I'm happy with cardamom in that. I want to get more whiskey into that.
Okay.
Let's go!
We'll get the potatoes onto steam.
Got about an hour to go, and Michael's dealing with 1,000 tons of potatoes. Mindy's working on that as well. Sarah's making this beautiful curry sauce, and I've got a batch of pudding in the oven.
Jules, take your timer.
Look, I'm feeling pretty good about my dessert today. I've got my cakes cooked, feels right, it looks right, it smells right.
How are they, Jules?
Let's find it out. I'm going to get my little ginger puddings out of their moulds, and they're sticking. I should have greased and floured them, not just greased them, and so the batter has stuck to the bottom of these tall, narrow molds. It doesn't want to come out. And there is no time to start again. Maybe get them out and cut the bottom off.
Maybe, yeah. They're going to be taller than mold anyway, so we can trim them.
Julie! Hey Julie. What's on then?
I'm just still having a moment.
The cakes are sticky.
So they're coming out like that.
Oh, yeah.
I think you might get away with it.
Yeah, I think
To be
so
honest.
too. I think if you just trim them up, get them all out as best you can.
Yep.
And I think one of those each is enough, especially when you've got syrup on glaze. I think it's plenty. So I think you're very, very lucky, to be honest.
The portions are a bit smaller. It's actually going to fit better into the container.
I'll get it neat and tidy.
You're just cutting off the bottom part that's not coming off properly?
Yeah, because they're stuck. So they're soaked in syrup.
Oh,
so
see.
that'll help it soak up anyway.
Right. Do you mind jacking your butt up here?
Hang on.
Really high, I just got it.
Yes!
Hot takes, one hot food, 30 minutes to go!
How are those meatballs?
They're looking pretty good.
You want to start to cut the polenta?
Just doing that on it, yeah?
Please give me a hand on getting the forks out. We need to get this reducing.
Yeah, cool. So 30 minutes to go. Time for the pressure cookers to come off.
Just test the meat.
Got a jiggle. They've got a bit of a wobble. We're happy so that means that they're cooking the way we want them to.
She's pretty good.
Pretty soft. So all of the pork gets taken out of the braising liquid, and the braising liquid gets put in a pan to reduce. That's going to be the body of our glaze and our jus. Putting some liquid in here. Because the braising liquid's now being pulled out and put in the saucepan to reduce, we have to grab some stock so the pork can sit in there and reabsorb some moisture so that it just doesn't go dry, otherwise it's going to ruin the whole thing.
I think more whiskey. And more salt.
More whiskey, more salt.
Yeah.
Although I can taste the whiskey.
You can? I
think
can't
more,
because I've been
more.
slamming it.
More.
Not drinking it, just tasting it.
Aldo,
Gents,
how are you, mates?
good.
Any updates?
Everything it's in, everything looking great. Happy.
No changes.
No.
Okay. Sticking to the guns.
The entrees are going good. Alish is cutting the polenta, and then we're finishing off the sauce on the side.
That's the only thing that worries me though. With your menu, it's like